Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them microphone, dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join me? Ooh, Steve Harvey. Get 'em on, y'all. You better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only, Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Ain't God been good to me? But then again, ain't he been good to you too, though? I mean, really, man. Think of all the blessings God has given you. You know what? There's some good news today, though, y'all. In the face of the world being the way it is, the evilness that's out there, it just seems like that's all that's on the news sometimes. You know, we got news of parents not really standing up being parents. We got news stories of children turning on their parents. You got everything. The economy, you got places you thought used to be beautiful places to go. Now they got travel alerts. It's all over. It's all over. But the good news is there's something that you can have in this relationship with God that gives you a way to deal with it all. And I'm not saying that it'll protect you from every single thing out there that's happening, because some things are going to happen to you. You're going to be in an accident from time to time. You're going to make a mistake and fall down from time to time. But man, wouldn't it be incredible for you if you understood that you had some insurance in all of this, that no matter what happened to you, you know, you were covered. You know, look, insurance companies, as good as they are, you know, like our friends at State Farm or any other insurance company, you know, they do some amazing things. Insurance is a really, really good thing to happen in the event that something happens to you. You know, you may not want to pay the premium, but guess what? In the event that something happens to you, that insurance is absolutely critical. Well, but guess what? They cover certain things. You could get life insurance. You can get auto insurance. You can get accident insurance. You can get health insurance. There is nothing that you can buy to safeguard you against life's decisions. You know, if you make a mistake, if you cheat, if you lie, if you fall down and you can't seem to get it together and you make a crazy decision about how you're going to go about securing an income, there are no policies you can buy for that. You can't buy a policy if you stop being the man you're supposed to be and give up on your children. You can't buy a policy if something happens as a mother and all of a sudden you're not the mother you're supposed to be. But there is some insurance coverage out there for you. And that relationship that you form with God, that friendship that you form with him, that alliance that partnership, that prayer that you put in all the time. There is an insurance policy that you have taken out when you form a relationship with your Heavenly Father, when you form a friendship, when you form a bond that protects you when these things happen, in the event that they happen. Now, here's the great thing about prayer. Prayer can head off some stuff from happening. It really, really can. Prayer can prevent some things from happening. You know, I'll give you an example in my life. Okay, here we go. Because, see, this is the best way for me to do it. Because, see, what I don't like to do is talk to people without letting them know, hey, look, I'm in this hole with you. I feel where you're at. Okay, here we go. I was making some decisions a few years ago because what I thought I was doing was counterbalancing something that was happening in my life. You know, I thought that since I wasn't happy, or for whatever the reason I thought I wasn't happy, if I, as wrong as I am, wanted to blame somebody else for my unhappiness, that's really, if I make a bad decision because I'm thinking I'm unhappy with somebody, hold up, partner. Two wrongs don't make a right. And I make a decision to do something wrong. And now the consequences come when I do something wrong. See, then I already know as an intelligent thinking man, as most of you are, that when you do something wrong, that, you know, there is a consequence for that. I teach that to my sons. When you do something wrong, there is a consequence. So as an adult, I fully understood the consequence. And so what I was doing was I was making some decisions that was causing some consequences in my life, that was delaying my happiness, delaying my progress, causing my business not to go the way it could go, so forth and so on. Well, what I started doing was I took out this insurance policy called prayer, and I started putting it in my mix on a daily basis. And then I started putting it in my mix, 2-3 times a day. And then I found myself using it all the time. And then I really started putting it in when I didn't need any help, when I wasn't in trouble. I started putting insurance in. I started making deposits into the bank. I started paying my premiums down. And prayer is like a premium. You just pay into it. Then when situations started coming up now, that prayer that I had put in, those premiums I had paid, it started preventing me from making the decisions I was making in the past. Thus, I didn't have to suffer the consequences. Thus, my businesses didn't have to be delayed in its progress because I had put some payments on some premiums. I had taken out an insurance policy with my life, my real life. I'm talking about your life where you make your day-to-day decisions in. I'm not talking about, see, life insurance is only good if you die. God has a policy that's available for you while you living. See, in order for an insurance policy to pay, something bad got to happen. Now, there may be some others out there I don't know nothing about, but all the ones I got, my car insurance, they only come into play if I have an accident. I have an accident insurance policy where if something happens to me, I got accident, I got my voice is covered in case something happened to that. I got that, but I got to not be able to talk to cash that one. You understand? I mean, everything. I got homeowners insurance. Don't nothing show up on my homeowners insurance unless it's a flood, a fire, a theft. Something bad got to happen for my insurance to even make sense. When you take out the policy with your Heavenly Father, when you pay the premiums of prayer, and that's all it costs, man. You ain't got to have no money for this policy. I put into the policy. It pays me dividends and benefits for living. Ain't nothing got to go wrong for me to cash in on this policy. I use this policy for good things. I give you an example. I use this policy to ask God to watch over my family when I travel. Make the decisions to pay your premiums in prayer. Talk to your Heavenly Father. Get you some insurance in your life. And when you have little things like that, keep on stepping, man. God loves you, man. Man, I sure hope you talk to God today, because guess what? He sure would like to hear from you. That's for sure.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Steve Harvey Morning Show. I almost really, at the top of my day, I have nothing greater to say than thank you, Lord, for another opportunity, for this day. Today is a day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Man, my mom used to say that to me going up to go to school every morning. It really sunk in, because now all my days, I appreciate every last one of them. Hope you do too. Ladies and gentlemen, Shirley Strawberry, Carla Farrell, Junior, Kia Spates, nephew Tommy. Junior, what's on your mind?
You know what, Unc? Let me ask you this, Unc. Mm-hmm. You know, man, you talked about this. We talked about this earlier, but I think it's something that I really appreciate you saying, man, about pivotal moments in your life that have made you who you are today. Mm-hmm. You don't run from them. You just have to embrace it. And you don't even know that they pivotal moments at the time. Uh-huh. Can you just share some of yours that you just think it was pivotal moments for you?
Oh, from childhood up to now, it was so many. One of the pivotal moments in my life was taking my father's car keys without asking him. Late at night and backing down the driveway and scraping that fender against the chimney before I even got out the driveway. Uh-huh. That was a pivotal moment in my life, because my father didn't hear it, but my mother did. Slick, somebody out in the driveway messing with the car. Well, that made my daddy come downstairs in his drawers with both guns. And so I was removed from the car at gunpoint. If my mama hadn't said, Slick, that's our baby.
Pivotal moment.
That's the only thing. That was a pivotal moment. I could have died that day. I've had several pivotal moments in my life. I think deciding to get married the first time was a pivotal moment in my life, and that I've never learned from. I've learned that you can do something pivotal and almost never recover from it. That was the first one. I've done it 3 times now, and I've learned to improve. But that was a crazy one, because my first marriage, you were supposed to improve every time, but that second one was such a nosedive off the cliff into the abyss. I don't know what the hell happened. This third one is great joy for me. That was a pivotal moment. Getting my first television check was a pivotal moment that got me out of homelessness. That was a wonderful moment, but I spent every dollar of that damn check.
How fast?
In a week, without even knowing where the next one was coming. But I bought everything I had ever dreamed of, because I didn't know if they were going to really give me a TV show or not. So I took the advance. I bought an apartment, clothes, furniture, and I waited on a car. But I spent that whole check.
Things you needed.
Zero. Cashed it, carried the money around with me, and spent it.
Pivotal moments from Steve. Thank you. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour. Run that prank back with the nephew right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It is time now to run that prank back with the nephew. What you got, Nev?
How about the church calendar? What you think? One of them nice sisters right there on July. Church calendar, cat dog. Let's go.
Hello? Hello, I'm trying to reach Sister Allison. Allison, she's not here, man. She at work. As we're speaking. Hey, this is Brother Lester. Brother Lester, how you doing today? All right, Lester, Brother Lester. Right, from the church. Okay. Over at my. Right. You a husband, right? What, Gerald? I'm Gerald. Yeah, this is Gerald. Yeah, okay. I met you a couple times, Gerald. We ain't seen you in a minute, though. Man, I've been working on Sundays, and I said that I was going to try to make it, but I told her, I want to get involved. This year is going to be a better year. I'm going to get involved, man. Well, come on down, man. We love to have you, that's for sure, man. Can I give you a number where she can call me back? Well, okay, yeah, sure. Is this about, a lesson or something? What's going on? Actually, the single ministry, man, I'm over the single ministry, and we're raising some money. So we're actually putting together a calendar, and we wanted her to give us a call about it.
Okay.
Okay. So let me give you my number real quick.
Wait a minute. Okay, you say a calendar. So the church is doing the calendar, but is it like the couples? Like we come in, like how it always be, like the couples come in and be like, this is Mr. and Mrs. I mean, a calendar.
No. What we doing? See, a lot of the guys got together. What we're gonna do is the Mount swimsuit calendar, and we trying to put that together, man. So let me give you my number, man, because I want to call. All the guys were saying if she get on the calendar, it'll probably get sold.
All the guys. Wait a minute. Whoa. Let's slow down, brother Lester. Let's slow down. Okay, a calendar, a swimsuit calendar for the single ministry at the church.
What it is, Gerald, we're gonna be the first church who have ever done a swimsuit calendar. You see what I'm saying?
No, wait a minute. You calling for my wife to be in it? You sure you got the right number? Because
yeah. I mean, because your wife is Allison, right?
Yes, my wife is Allison. And first of all, then what's this, man, about all the guys y'all got together and y'all voted for my? Okay, I'm trying to take this slow, man. Ooh, God, hold my tongue right now because I don't understand where you're going with this. And
listen, we're going to get Sister Guidry. She's going to be Miss March. June is like pretty much in the middle of the year. We want your wife to be the big centerfold.
Please tell me you're not calling my house this morning talking about my wife to be in a calendar, a swimsuit calendar. But then on top of that, y'all all got together and y'all voted that y'all want my wife to be in a swimsuit calendar for a church.
Okay, well, wait a minute, Gerald. I mean, look at this on the positive side, man. What this is, see, like I say, we raising money for the singles ministry, and the single ministry get ready to go on a big trip.
But hold on, what my wife got to do with the singles ministry? She's married, man. All the people that's in the singles ministry, why you calling and talking about my wife being in something like this? Hold up, that. Ooh, Jesus, help me.
Hey, man, you should feel honored, man, that your wife is a...
Man, why y'all looking at my wife like that, man? We coming in there, and we trying to get help, and we trying to do it. Y'all looking at my wife, talking about y'all want my wife to be in a swimsuit contest, man. Do you understand what that is, man? They ain't nothing but some panties, man. So y'all looking at my wife, talking about y'all want my wife to be in her panties?
See, what you got to understand, Gerald, this right here, man, is for the single ministry. We got a big trip coming up, so we raising money.
What are y'all doing, man? This not something you do at the church, man. You have car washes, man. When I was little, we wash cars, man. Y'all talking about a calendar, man. What are you doing, man? What type of church is this turned into, man?
See, Gerald, the difference is on this whole thing, man. Don't be upset about it. What it is that, man, we done found something that ain't no other church done before. You see what I'm saying?
The reason ain't no other church done this because this is wrong, man. What committee got to get on something like this, man? What is wrong with you?
Hey, dog, you got to understand. Listen, we got Sister Guidry, we got Sister Vicky, okay?
So wait a minute, you saying that they done signed off on this. You got these women in the church saying that they going to put on swimsuits.
Well, I'm saying we got them on our list. I'm
saying, man, ain't nobody getting with man. What is wrong with you, man?
Hey, man, listen, just to help us get started, do you have a picture of Sister Allison in a swimsuit?
Man, look, man, I ain't giving you no picture of my wife in no swimsuit, man.
No, this is just something we're trying to do for the ministry, dude.
You know what? Are you at the church? Did you work at the church full time?
Part time, I'm at the church.
Okay, are you there now?
Nah, I'm not there right now, but I'm gonna be there for choir rehearsal later on this evening.
Okay, what time do choir rehearsal start, Les?
7 o'clock, but why you, what's
Lester, what I want you to do is for me, before you go to rehearsal, can you just be right in the front right quick? We need to meet personally right quick, Lester, me and you. So I'm going to come to the rehearsal, and then let's talk about this face to face because this over the phone and all that, this is not working right now. And I need to meet the person that's calling my house, talking about my wife doing all this idiotic type. So let's meet right in the front, brother, before you go into sing. I got something for you to sing about. So meet me in the front, man, please, before you go in, Lester, because we ain't going to talk about this no more over the phone. Let's talk about this in person.
Okay, first of all, man, you got to calm down, man. I don't even understand why you irate like that.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to calm down, Lester. 7. So it started at 7. Let's do 6:55, Lester. I think this is going to work for us. This is going to help your calendar get out the way that you really, really needed to get out, man. I got something for you that's going to help this cause. Please be outside at 6:55. Please don't go in.
I'm going to be outside. Can you bring a picture with you?
Oh, yeah, I got a picture for you. I got a nice picture for you.
I'll tell you what, me and Tommy will be outside waiting on you when you get there.
You and who?
Me and nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show, we're going to be right outside in front of the church.
Oh, oh, man. Man, who did this, man?
Hey, man, your brother Jason told me to prank phone call you, man.
God, man, this...
You know what he said? Tell him I said if that fool came to church more often, he would know that this is a prank phone call.
Oh, man, I'm glad it is, man. Can you just imagine if I had drove to that church acting a fool today, man?
Yeah. I got to ask you this here, man. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
Man, the Steve Harvey Morning Show, man.
I got to
Play too much.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Coming up next, it is the CLO. Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey in the building, ready for your love questions. We'll get right into them right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Coming up at the top of the hour, the incomparable, and I do mean incomparable, Tyler Perry will be our special guest. He's going to tell us about a Madea homecoming. That's coming up at the top of the hour. We can't wait for that, but right now it is time for Ask the CLO. Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey in the building for your love questions. Bev in Charlottesville says, my husband and I retired 3 years ago, and I am ready to get back to some kind of daily activity, whether it be a job or back to playing tennis. My husband's feelings get hurt when I want to do things without him, and I don't like how dependent he has become. How do I wean him off me so I can have a life?
You wean him off like animals do babies in the wild.
What?
Ain't no more damn milk.
Just cut him off like that? Just
Cut him off.
cold turkey, Steve?
Get off the tea. It's not here for you anymore. From what I've learned from people who do retire, if you don't stay active, you're going to let that rust set in on your body. And old age going to come take you away. It is in your best interest to go do something. Go play tennis. Do not go back to work. Why would you retire to go back to that?
Yeah.
Go play you some tennis. Enjoy your life. Go play tennis. Go take lessons. Go sit at the park. Go run, exercise, do anything. But get active. Your husband will be fine. Man, get your hands off me.
All right, so cold turkey to Bev. Moving on to Lene in D.C. Lene writes, I'm 27 and my boyfriend is 28. When we watch TV, he'll ask if I think a guy is handsome or has a great body, and it is very annoying. I finally asked him if he thinks they're cute or fine, and he yelled and told me not to ever question his manhood. Is he insecure, or is he trying to see if I'm attracted to other men?
I just think he's stupid. Why would you start a fight at your own damn house watching TV? What's wrong with your dumb ass? You know, now you insecure if she looking at the same men on TV. You saw the dude. You know he cut up. You know he yoked. You ain't got the ass cut. You got eyes. You know he ripped. You know, me and Marjorie watch TV all the time. Be men coming across there with little towels on just below their navel and all this. Here, I see him.
You know what's up.
Hey.
Your neighbor don't look like that, dog?
No, I ain't seen my neighbor.
How long, Steve?
I don't know. Years. I don't even know. I don't even think about it no more. I took pictures of myself and I ain't.
You forgot all about it.
I didn't even know there was a hole there no more. Sometimes it had a lot of overgrowth on it. I ain't even seen the hole in a while. I look in here, well, I don't know nothing about my neighbor. I don't give a damn. But like I tell my wife all the time, you know, dude be as fine as he want. He ain't sending you nowhere. I send you wherever you want to go. I got life for you.
Right. That's
You know.
right. That's right. So he's insecure and stupid, you're saying. Just let it go.
Man, he's so damn dumb. Stop asking me. Ask him, do he think women is fine?
Okay. All All right, moving
Because
on.
women
to
ain't got no problem complimenting other women.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to get a
in a
dude
heartbeat.
uncomfortable, start asking him how he feel about women. Question my manhood. Well, what is you bringing him up for? You don't want to keep bringing him up.
Yeah.
You think he fine?
What about him?
Yeah. Yeah, look at the arms on that one right there. I think that looks like an 8-pack.
All right, moving on to Farah in Miami. Farah writes, my husband's father was over recently, and he took his shoes and socks off and stretched out on my velvet sofa. He had on foot powder, and it got on everything. When he
Still got
left,
foot powder?
yeah.
They still got foot powder?
Hell yeah, Tommy.
Yeah. When he left, I vented to my husband, and he said it's just a couch. Is he for real? The couch has foot powder all over it. How is this okay?
Hey,
That's
let
a
me
Nick.
explain something to you, lady. Listen to me. You better thank the Lord for that foot powder. See, he put that foot powder on because he
For a
know he
reason.
likes to take his feet out of his shoes. If he didn't have that foot powder on, you'd have to replace that damn sofa because he got some stuff on his feet that'll burn through fabric. You can get the foot powder cleaned off of that, but if he don't have that foot powder on, and I mean he ain't even got that spray on and it don't flake. He using actual foot powder, sprinkling it. Got the little air holes in the cap, and he dousing his feet in that, cause he gots to, cause he done took his shoes off and cleared a room before. If he don't have that foot powder on, that boy could set them drapes on fire. I'm just trying to tell you.
Yeah. She should have put a towel on it or something.
Or covered it or something.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
to cover her sofa. Yeah.
Yeah. But he country as hell though. Don't nobody come over somebody else's house and stretch out.
Yeah.
Foot powder on. He saw that damn foot powder when
Gal,
he set up.
he got all
Yeah.
He was-
You that comfortable?
Yeah. Damn.
All right. Moving on to Yaz in Jefferson. Yaz says, I'm 40 and just started dating a guy 4 months ago. I'm a private person and he wants the world to know we're together. I don't allow him to post pictures of me on his Instagram page, and Valentine's Day was no exception. He did it anyway and won't take it down. How long should we date before going public? Wow.
Well, obviously, you're not sure if this is the one. The reason you don't want to be posted is because you don't want any other potential suitors to think you off the market with him. He's convinced that you're it. You're the one. He's proud of you. So I can't answer that question. When should you post it? I think you should post it on there when you think this is the one. I have a young guy that works for me, and we were having this discussion the other day because I told him I didn't think him and his lady was serious. And he said, why not? I said, because I don't see y'all posting each other on y'all's site. He said, Mr. Harvey, that's not a sign that you together. I said, well, y'all post everything else that matter to you. You post your travels on there. You post your food on there. But you don't want to post your girl on there. I said, maybe it ain't your girl. You know.
Get to posting.
That part.
If it is.
Now, he ain't spoke to me since, and if I'd have knew that's what it was to get his ass quit talking to me, I'd have been said it.
You know what?
Quit wasting time.
Yeah, I'm finna call up a few more people today and say some things I've been wanting to say. So,
Yeah, so Yaz, you're telling her it's okay to post.
I mean, he's ready. You're not. You asked him not to. He posted it anyway. You know, you a private person. It's Valentine's Day. What you going out with the dude for? If this ain't the one, tell him.
Yeah. All right.
You
Thank
40.
you, CLO. Right. Coming up at the top of the hour, Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry will be our special guest. We're excited about that, and we know you are too. Right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, everybody. Hey, as promised, we got a family member with us this morning, an absolute genius storyteller. When I tell you, has completely upended Hollywood. No one No one in our current era has changed Hollywood more than this man right here. He's produced and directed close to 50 films. He owns and operates the first black-owned major film production studio in Atlanta, Georgia.
Come on.
He's a bad man. He's a good friend of the show. He's got a new project coming out on Netflix on February 25th, and it's starring one of our all-time favorites, and Lord have mercy, Madea. The movie is a Madea Homecoming. Let's find out more about the movie. Please welcome to the show the one, the only,
Will Packer.
Let the shenanigans begin.
ladies and gentlemen, where Will Packer and everybody else is trying to get to. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Rich Ass Tyler Perry.
Mr. Perry.
Morning.
Hilarious. That's my new last name, Rich Ass. That's funny. That's funny.
But dog, you said Will Packer.
Will Packer, man. Will Packer. Will's producing the Oscars. I'm proud of it, man. That's awesome.
Man, that's cold, man.
Yes, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Man, how you been, Tyler?
I'm hanging in there, man. I'm really, really excited about everything that's going on. Life is good. I ain't got no complaints at all.
What drives you, man? What's behind you?
You know, at this, first of all, it was not being broke in the beginning and taking care of my mother. But at this point, Steve, you've been to the studio. You see all these kids coming to work here, all these black and brown faces that never had a shot. All these women never had a shot. So them walking through the gates, man, that makes me want to go to work every day.
Oh, I love these.
I'll tell you, man, I've shot a lot of times out there, man, and I'm telling you, I've been on every lot in Hollywood. I don't care if it's Paramount, Sony, Columbia, Radford, CBS, Universal. I've shot at every lot. I'm telling you, what this man has built in Atlanta is on par. It's probably the best lot I've ever shot on. And when it comes to space, area, and the interests, I mean, it's just top notch. It's not lacking anything. Don't you think for 1 minute that he built something that was, try to, hope he got there. No, he got there. He got there and went right on past their ass in a lot of areas too, man. It's a great facility. And it's growing, from what I understand. So congratulations, brother.
Yeah, man. Listen, we've been sold out for 2 years now. So I start building new stages this month just so we can get more people in, man. No sooner that I build them, they're gone. So we got 10 more we're building now. So we'll have 22 in the next year. So I'm really excited about that.
Oh, man.
Wow. Look at God. Hey,
mm-hmm.
Wow.
Won't he do it?
Mm-hmm.
Still doing it.
Yeah.
He's still doing it, right.
Well, hey, fool, listen to me. All I can call him sometimes is a fool. But this dude right here, now we've been seeing these promotional pictures of Madea for the movie. Hey man, hold up, dog.
No,
you
more
did
Obama.
Hey, what?
No more Obama. I'm so sad. Look, I'm waiting for Mary to call me and cuss me out, man. Everybody else I called and say, listen, I'm doing this spoof. I didn't get a chance to call her to see what she said, so I just put it up there. Madea J. Blige on Instagram, man. Everybody calling me. Listen, I got so many friends calling me saying, are you okay?
No. Tyler, seriously, I just said, man, what's wrong with him?
You one of them. Are you okay? Do you need anything? You need a vacation? I'm just having fun, man. I'm having fun.
It's fun for us, Tyler. We love it.
Man, you did Beyonce's homecoming.
Yes.
She did a spoof on Beyonce's homecoming look at Coachella. You done redone the Bridgerton. And I actually got caught up in that show because I didn't believe it was going to last long. Because I was like, who is the black dude? Sleeping with all these white girls and ain't getting killed in this movie.
Exactly right.
I was just trying to figure that out. And then Madea did the Mary J. Blige at the Super Bowl.
Oh, my God.
Now, we all thought that Madea was retired. What brought her out of retirement? What happened, Tyler?
Honestly, if you look at what's happening in the world, all the social injustice and all the social unrest and civil unrest and things that are happening with people, and this former president we had, and just the pandemic, man, all the sadness. I just want to make people laugh. I wanted to laugh, and I want to make people laugh. And when I tell you I went for it in this one, she is as raw as she's ever been. I went hard with it, man. So I can't wait for y'all to see it. And look, you think that Beyonce thing is something? Just wait to just stay for the end credits. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Stay for the end credits.
Okay.
The end credits.
Stay for the end credits, man. Just stay for the end credits. And listen, Steve, I don't smoke when I got to work and stuff like that. I had to get high to do that last scene. I'm telling you right now, I'm high. I smoked me a couple of joints and sat there and did that last scene. It's crazy. It's crazy. What? Yep. That's the truth. That's
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. This is a world premiere on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Yep. Tyler Perry smokes weed to do Madea.
I got that haze, the purple haze.
Boy, if you should have seen their face on Zoom. Man. Shirley and Carla, when you said you got high, they went. Their mouths fell open.
I did. The only reason I could do that last scene, you'll know why when you see it, is I had to have me a little smoke. I'm just telling you right now.
Oh my God!
So that's why that was so stupid.
I can't wait.
We're going to let that sit in for a minute. Y'all sit tight. Hang on, Tyler. We'll be back with more with Tyler Perry right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, y'all, we back with the one and only Tyler Perry, man. This dude right here, when I tell you groundbreaking, he's broken more grounds than anybody in our lifetime in terms of movies, productions, film studios. He's just been a first in so many areas. I remember when he first started doing these Madea things, and they were just looking at him talking about, that's not going to work. That's just a church project. It turned out to be one of the biggest movie genres in the history. And I mean, he's done it his way. And his ownership of his projects has been inspiring. We'll never know how much he really makes and what he's really worth, but I can tell you all for a fact, way more than your ass can imagine. Boy, this boy out there, I done been around him enough. I've experienced some of his things, and I just want to say, praise him, let him use you in Jesus' name. If I can ever say one of my damn friends is about as rich as your damn friend, I can say that to most white folks. And that I thought I'd never be able to say. Hey, man. Hey, man, congratulations, man. This is a big role. You got, this is your 10th feature film starring Madea in a major role, and the return of Tamla Mann, David Mann, Cassie Davis, Gabrielle Dennis, plus a guest cast from a lot of people, man. You just, Tyler, have you thought about retiring?
Man, I'm 52. I got at least another 8 to 10 years to go. So we're gonna run hard up until then. How about this? I'll retire when you do. How about that?
Oh.
Yeah. So you gonna run hard too. Yeah.
Judge Steve, what you got to say, Judge Steve?
Yeah.
No,
right. Exactly.
No, I just got my hands wrapped around this one right here. This one's finna be good.
Right.
Yeah.
20
you know,
years, man. 20 years of Madea. It's been 20 years, and people are still coming. It's blowing my mind. So, for this thing to be on Netflix on the 25th of February, I just can't wait. People are so excited about it. 20 years, man. I'm telling you, something to run that long and still going, that's pretty awesome.
And works every single time.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's great.
That's what it's
funny.
But it's never the same, though. Now, Madea done got her ass in some real situations.
That's right.
She done went to jail. I can't wait to see her at the homecoming because it's a family drama that erupts at Medea's great-grandson's college graduation.
Yep.
And the movie
HBCU,
also tackles a current thing about the
LGBTQ+, Steve.
You was close, man. You was close.
Hey, man, I expect nothing from you except the best, man. You've been an inspiration, brother. I think the Judge Show is patterned after what I learned from you. So,
that's awesome, man.
Hey, man,
that's awesome
hang on 1 second, man.
Okay.
We'll be back one more time with the legend that is the rich-ass Tyler Perry.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, everybody, we're back Steve Harvey Morning Show. We have a natural born fool on the show with us, Tyler Perry. Ain't no need of going around it. He's done so much. Man, we were talking before we left off. We were talking about all of the things that he's broken ground on in the industry and everything. And this new Madea film, this Madea is going to the Madea homecoming. It follows a family drama that erupts at Madea's great-grandson's college graduation. Why is it that black people wait to graduations for stuff to pop off?
Ceremonies.
Well, listen, hell, I paid $37 for that damn. I have $37 what I put in on that boy to go to school. I can say what the hell I want to. That's my $37. I helped him get through school. I bought a page in a damn book or something.
Yes.
That's the whole thing, man. She can say whatever she wants because she gave him $37.
Not 37.
Hey, man, so how did this wind up on Netflix? Is this your first deal with Netflix? Or?
No, the first thing I did was A Fall from Grace on Netflix, and that thing was so successful for them. They came back going, hey, what you got? What do you want to do? And they came with the Madea idea. I was like, okay. So what I love about it, though, is, they always say black movies don't travel. They don't travel internationally. Well, A Fall from Grace proved that that's wrong because of what it did all around the world. So when Madea drops, I just can't wait to see what happens. I guess everybody get to see it all around the world at the same time. That is exciting for me.
Great movie. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, thank you.
Everything. I loved it.
Yeah, I got another one I'm working on too, so y'all be ready.
We're ready, sir.
Listen to this one over here.
We're ready, sir.
Here we go.
Was that Thomas? Is that Thomas?
I think that's Thomas, yeah.
Yeah.
And Shirley and Carla, we're ready for the parties. We're ready. Monica,
that's right.
we're ready.
I'm working on it. Once we get this pandemic over, man, I'm throwing one hell of a party. It's going to be just because it's over party. It's just because it's over.
Yay!
There's some areas at the house that we can have a party and it'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Man, I wanted to. One of the things about this new Judge show I was saying before I went off the air was, I've learned so much from watching this brother, and it was imperative, man, that I finally got the message, because I just didn't have the example in front of me over my life. I just didn't get it, man. I was going through so much trauma I couldn't really focus. But what I learned from this brother was ownership. And that's been a critical piece, man, to this brother's success, because when you own it and you own content and IPs and all of this here, that's very valuable. And I think, man, what's going to happen with this man right here, when all of this stuff comes to light, I think what's going to shake out is we're going to be looking at one of the most, not only gifted, but one of the most financially stable people to come along in entertainment in our lifetime. As a matter of fact, when it comes to entertainment, I think this brother right here will surpass all that has ever been done in entertainment. And
wow.
I know for black people, but I'm telling you, it's a bad dude right here, man. Congratulations, man, on everything, brother.
I appreciate that, man. I really, really appreciate it. And that's what I'm hoping that more of us get to is ownership, because then when the more of us own, we start talking about what this other person doing or what the white man doing, what that was doing. It's got to be ownership. That's the only thing that's going to give us a long-term change. So that's what I'm trying to encourage everybody to own as much as you can, because that way you can make your own rules.
Wow. And that you have. All right, everybody, listen up. It is February 25th.
25th, that's right, February 25th.
And it started, our favorite is this Madea.
Madea, yes. February 25th, I'm going to be on Netflix, thank you.
What's the name of the movie?
The name of the movie is Madea Homecoming, and we are going to be at HBCU on February 25th on Netflix, thank you.
Mm-hmm. What can they expect from the movie, ma'am?
Me acting a damn fool, and I might even show my breast. It might even be a wardrobe malfunction or two, but just be ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the one and only Mr. Tyler Perry.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Got you, boy.
Tyler. All right, coming up next, it is the nephew and the prank phone call. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Coming up at about 4 minutes after the hour, it's the Strawberry Letter for today. The subject, my daughter's husband. My daughter's husband, we'll get into that in just a bit. Wonder what that's all about. Woo. But right now, the nephew is here with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff? What you got?
My dog, Apollo. My dog, Apollo. That's my dog, Apollo. Let's go, cat dog.
Hello? Hello, is this apartment 18C? Yeah, this 18C. Hey, man, my name's Virgil. Who is this right here? Who is this? You speaking to Marcus? What's going on? Okay, Marcus, let me ask you something, man. Y'all done messed up. Y'all done got Apollo arrested last night on some trumped up charges, man. Hold on, I'm lost here. What is this you talking about? You got Apollo arrested last night on some trumped up charges. Whoa. Are you sure you dialed the right number, man? I got the right number, man. Y'all, you and 18C, ain't you? Yeah, okay, this 18C. Now tell me, now what is this about Apollo? Who is Apollo? I don't know what you're talking about. Y'all got Apollo arrested last night on some trumped up charges. You know, now he downtown and evidently somebody pressing charges. So now I got to figure out how I'm gonna get Apollo out of jail. Hold on, this don't make no sense right here, man. I need y'all to go downtown and go on and drop these charges so Apollo can come home. Pump the brakes, boss. Listen what you're saying now. You calling me about somebody that I don't even know. I don't know no Apollo. You know, I apologize for your homeboy and everything that's going down, but I don't know nobody named Apollo. I really don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. So, okay, you know. So y'all ain't called the police last night. Ain't nobody called no police. You ain't called. You gonna sit here and lie to me and tell me you ain't called no police last night? Let's take this back. Now what's your name, man? My name is Virgil. And now how you come about getting my number? Don't worry about how I got your number. I got it. You the one. I know you the one got Apollo arrested on these trumped up charges. Don't worry. Now hold on. How you know? How you know where I live? Because I live above you. I live in 19C. 19C. 19. So, are you the one that got the loud barking dog all hours of the night? That's Apollo. My dog is Apollo. My God. Apollo, man, you got me thinking that you talking about some human being. You sitting here calling me about some animal, some dog? They arrested my dog last night, man. First of all. Evidently you pressing charges. Hey, listen, you going down there to get my dog out of jail, man. Evidently, you need to listen to what you talking about, man. You calling me about some animal? Listen, we call the front desk people about disturbance. Every time we look around, we hear your dog. So you might need to take it over with whoever that's in charge with the apartment complex, because that's who we inform about your loud dog. Now, you know, you calling me, how you got my number, I don't know. But you need to check this out and talk with the people that's in charge of the apartment complex. I'm taking it up with the person that filed a complaint and got my dog arrested last night. Now, my dog down there on some Trump charges. Really? They ain't even read Apollo his rights or nothing like that. Really? You really talking? Listen what you're saying, man. Out the house, man. And it's all this cause of you. Man, I think you need to you need some counseling or something, boss, because you talking about a dog. How can a dog get arrested? You need to this is crazy. Listen, I don't think we got anything else to talk about, man, because we got to talk about Apollo, man, and how you gonna go down there and get him out of jail, and you need to have him here back by here this evening. I ain't finna go through this without my dog being here. This man sounds crazy. Baby, this man calling me about a dog being arrested. This is the dog that be barking. It's Apollo, man. Apollo is a family member. And you done got him arrested, man, for what? Hey, man, why would you do something like that? Man, how about this? You and that dog. Don't be calling me no more talking to me about some dog that I ain't got no control over. You need to take this up with the police or whoever called. Ain't nobody called no police. Did you just say Apollo? Man, listen. Did you just say that? You heard what I said. Okay. Hey, man, I'm not trying to argue. Okay, look. Let's just do this here. Is it any way you could just come down there with me this evening and drop the charge? Come down where? Down to the police station, man, where Apollo went, dog. Look. Dog, he down. Listen. Okay, I'm not trying to holler. He down there on some trumped up charge. You can't even pick him out in a lineup if you want. Apollo clean. I can't believe it. He ain't got no prior convictions, man. I can't believe it. Like that. Listen, man. Do you really hear what you're saying? Now, I know they say man best friend is a dog, but you taking this a little bit too far. Now, you need to really listen to what you're talking about.
You need to handle all this, what you got a problem with the folks at the front desk and the police, if they do got your dog. This really don't make any sense right now to me. Now, I apologize once again about your dog, but I think we have our business finished right
now. Hey, man, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you this right here, okay? Marcus, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you this here. You try to testify against him. Try to testify against Apollo and see what happens.
What in the world are you? Listen, man, I'm going to tell you like this. You, Apollo, anything else that you got to say about this situation right here. You found my number. You know where I live. You just come see me.
You really want that?
I'm about to be through with this phone call, man.
I tell you what. Let me say this right here. I'm gonna say this right here to you. You try to get on the stand and testify against Apollo, and I promise you, dog, you're gonna have some problems on your hands. You hear me?
Listen, you really talking some nonsense right now. Do you really hear what you saying to me? Apollo is a dog.
I know he a dog. He my dog. You know what? I tell you what. Hey man, how that pretty little wife of yours doing? The one that be at home while you going to work all day.
What you just say to me?
How is that pretty little wife of yours that be gone, that be at home when you going to work?
What's your name?
I already told you my name, Virgil.
Check this. 19C, where you at, right? Please please believe that's where we about to meet right now. Because now the man to come up here talking to me about my wife. So if it's any other dog you got up in the place, please believe that dog's going to get up right along with your.
Okay. Well, I got one more thing before you.
Man,
one thing you need to know before you get here.
You ain't got to say to me because you took this a little too far around with me and a dog. Now you trying to talk about what's going on in my household and my wife? Please believe 19C is where you about to find me.
Okay. Well, let me tell you who else up here in 19C that's waiting on you.
All of them about to get up. Whoever is all up in 19C.
Okay. Well, let me tell you who else in here. You want to know who else in here?
Man.
I'm finna tell you this here. Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show is up in here in 19C.
What the hell? Nephew. This Nephew Tommy. Man, you got me cussing, man. My mama be listening to this station.
Your neighbor Gerald got me to thank you about your neighbor downstairs.
Man. Oh, man.
Hey, man, you got to tell me this, baby. What's the baddest radio station in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show, and Nephew Thomas crazy. I can't believe it.
I'm real stupid. Yes. Apollo, that's my dog right there. That's my boy. Yeah, Apollo, baby.
But you try to test. They got Apollo down at the police station. What? You talking about a dog?
Charges, dog.
Come down here, man, and drop these charges.
Trumped up
You
charge.
better not testify.
Yeah, I've been not testify.
Oh, my
Testify.
God.
Right.
Say something bad
Say,
about
man,
Apollo.
what is your wife going to be doing, the one to be at the house alone while you at work? Wait a minute, hold on, what? Hey, man, the whole game changed.
That's
Tommy,
how you get somebody.
he was going up to 19C, though. Yeah. He was going up to 19C. Yeah.
You can't let him get up there. That's how you create problems. You got to make sure you keep him on the phone and shut it all down before they get once you get hung up on, you got problems. Well, the nephew was straight stupid last night, baby. Baltimore Comedy Factory. Was I ignorant? Was I ignorant? Yes, I was. Yes. 2 more tonight and 2 Saturday. Ignorance at its best. Got a couple more seats for tonight's show. Other than that, everything else is gone. All right, couple more seats on the second show tonight. Other than that, it's gone. Those famous words have arrived.
All right, thank you, nephew. Congratulations. Coming up, Strawberry Letter, subject, my daughter's husband. We'll get into it right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter, and if you need advice on relationships, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now, and you never know. It could be yours.
It could be yours. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. My daughter's husband is the subject. Dear Steve and Shirley, my daughter got married young, and she has a short attention span. She's almost 30, and it looks like she's about to cheat on her husband. She married a man that's 38, and he's a lot more settled than she is. My daughter has been talking to a new guy on the phone, and she told me he's smart and funny. I've seen her ignore her husband's calls when she's on the phone with him, and she doesn't even know her 4-year-old exists. I asked if she was having an affair, and she said they are platonic friends. The other night, she was supposed to come pick her son up, and I hadn't heard from her. She wasn't answering my calls or texts, so reluctantly, I called her house, and her husband picked up, and he said he was looking for her too. A few minutes later, he came to get the baby, and I could tell he'd been drinking because he was talkative. He said he thinks my daughter is cheating on him, and she hasn't had sex with him in a month. I felt so bad for him, so I hugged him. He told me that I felt real good, and he squeezed my behind with both hands. I stood there frozen for a second before I pulled away from him. He apologized and said he'd been drinking, but then laughed and said, "I do feel like silk." He asked me if I had ever thought about him in a romantic way. He said when he first met my daughter and I, he was initially attracted to me. I clearly remember that day, and I did think he was fine AF, but not for me. I'm only 48, and a man 10 years younger can't handle me. It's a good thing my boyfriend called when he did, because things got heated quickly. I know I need to talk to my daughter about her bad behavior, but do I need to tell her about her husband's behavior too? Well, I mean, not if you don't want to blow up the spot, because this letter took a hard left. I mean, it really, really did. And you're talking about it got heated quickly and all of this. I mean, were you into this? It sounds kind of like you were. So I'm going to tell you this, Mom. You need to back all the way out of your daughter's marital issues. Telling her about her husband's behavior, no need to at this point. She doesn't care what you have to say anyway. I mean, you've asked her about this other man. She's still doing her thing. In other words, the only person she's listening to right now is her so-called platonic friend. You said she even ignores calls when it's her husband when she's talking to this other guy. Your daughter needs to be concerned about her son. She's taking you for granted because she knows the baby's safe with you. She can stay out for days or whatever and not have to worry about him because she knows you got him. It's very selfish and irresponsible of her to take advantage of you that way. So now you need to get serious and start telling her, no, you can't babysit. If you miss the baby, you can go over there and visit him in her house for a couple of hours, then leave, period. And I would suggest taking your boyfriend too. That might keep her at home, if you go over there. The other thing you need to do is never, ever allow her husband to pick up this baby and drive anywhere or anything like that. Maybe he walked over to your house. I don't know, but don't do that, especially when he's clearly been drinking. And please tell him when you get the opportunity, in no uncertain terms, should he ever touch you like that and do what he did, squeezing your butt and saying he wanted you first. Come on, that's never going to happen again. It's their marriage. They have to figure this situation out, get through their own problems. Stay out of it, Mom. She's going to end up resenting you if you don't. And please stay away from her husband. Steve?
Shirley.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful
Yes,
answer
Steve.
you just gave, full of hope and optimism and getting people to do the right things and all that. That's wonderful. And to the lady who wrote the letter, please listen to what Shirley told you. Now, what I'm about to tell you, I'm here to tell you about yourself. Now, if you can see some help in there, fine. But my initial approach is not to help you. It's to tell you the truth. Mm-hmm. Let's start with the truth. You say your daughter got married young and she has a short attention span. That's not what she has. And I'll prove it throughout the letter. She doesn't have a short attention span. She has a maturity problem and a morality problem. She has a maturity problem and a morality problem. They ain't got nothing to do with short attention span. She ain't in school. This ain't ADD. Mm-hmm. This ain't what this is. So now, she's almost 30 and look like she's about to cheat on her husband. She's married to a man that's 38. He's a lot more settled than she is. My daughter has been talking to a new guy on the phone, and she told me he's smart and funny. I've seen her ignore her husband's call when he's on the phone with him, and she doesn't even know her 4-year-old exists. That's not a short attention span. She has a maturity problem and a moral problem, and she's not even a good mother. Your daughter's just not a really, really good person so far in the letter. I asked her if she's having an affair. She said they are platonic friends. Yeah, well, platonic, whatever that means, whatever. The key word in that.
Friends. No sex.
Yeah, well, the key word in platonic is tonic. And tonic always means something. Tonic. Always remember that about plutonic. That means there's something in there.
We have to take a
Pluto,
break right
you're in
here.
a plutonic relationship. Okay,
No,
whatever you want to call it.
It's platonic. Okay, listen. We're coming back with part
not.
2 of this strawberry letter. And Steve's second half, you don't want to miss as well. The subject is my daughter's husband. We'll get back into it right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Come on, Steve. Let's recap today's strawberry letter. The subject is my daughter's husband.
Well, this woman wrote this letter about this 30-year-old daughter. She says that she has a short attention span. We find out in the letter she has a maturity problem, a morals problem, and she's just not a good mother. Doesn't seem like a nice person to me. She's married to a man, her daughter, that's 30. She's married to a man that's 38. He's more settled. My daughter's been talking to a new guy on the phone that he describes as smart and funny. She ignores her husband calls whenever she's on the phone, and she doesn't even know her 4-year-old exists. I asked her, the mother asked the daughter she's having an affair, and she said they in a platonic relationship. Plutonic is what is spelled, P-L, platonic. We're having a disagreement about that. Shirley, of course, knows the proper pronunciation of it, but I know the meaning of it. See, knowing how a word is pronounced and what it means is two different things. Key word in here is tonic. Tonic means there's something in it. So if you in a platonic or plutonic relationship with a man or a woman, the key word is tonic. Tonic means there's something in it.
Right.
Or else what you having it for? Talking to me. Anyway, the other night she was supposed to come pick up her son, and I hadn't heard from her. She wasn't answering her calls and texts, so she reluctantly called her house. Her husband picked up the phone, said he was looking for her too. A few minutes later, he came to get the baby, and I could tell he'd been drinking because he was talkative. He said he thinks your daughter's cheating on him, and he ain't had sex with her in a month. See, now, all of this gets blamed on drinking, but I'm going to show you something about this in a minute. Now, if she wasn't answering the phone for nobody, text, phone calls, she was in the plutonic relationship.
You stop saying Pluto.
This is where she was. It is spelled P-L-U-T-O.
It should be
Pluto.
P-L-A.
Pluto is a Disney character, but if you put tonic on the end of it, that means he in something. See, Pluto was in a plutonic relationship with Daisy Duck, but guess what though? What y'all didn't know behind the scenes was he was doing Daisy.
He was getting it in with Daisy? What?
And Shirley just said it, getting it in, right there. Always something
But a platonic means
Donald didn't know, just like the husband in this letter don't know. Anyway, and said that his daughter been cheating on him and she ain't had sex with him in a month. I felt so bad for him, so I hugged him. He told me I felt good and he squeezed my behind with both hands. I stood there frozen for a second before I pulled away from him. He apologized and said he'd been drinking and then laughed and said I felt like silk. Okay, let's quit blaming everything on drinking. First of all, he wasn't drinking that much because he drove over to the house. He wasn't drinking that much because you was willing to put your grandbaby in the car with him and let him drive home. He wasn't drinking that much because he was cupping your ass.
Whoa.
Cup it.
Whoa.
See,
So much for platonic.
What all this got to do with drinking? Because I've done all this stuff without a sip. So let's quit blaming this on drinking, because now let's get into what you said. he asked me if I had ever thought about him in a romantic way, because he said when we first met my daughter and he was initially attracted to me. Then you said, I clearly remember that day, and I did think he was fine AF. Okay, lady, where'd that come from? You didn't even have to put that in the letter. But you know when he grabbed you, it froze you, and it took you several moments to push away. Then you said, I'm only 48 and a man 10 years younger can't handle me. That's not true. Oh, Lord, lady, that's not true. You 48 and a man 38 can't handle you. That's not true. I've been 38 before.
That's right.
Hello.
Had a 48-year-old too. You already did that.
Boy, let me tell you something. I was 23 one time. Yeah. Yeah. Grown woman. Good and grown. Taught me some things, but after I learned it though, whoo.
You had it.
Oh, dog.
That's science.
Yeah. See, because the comeback ability I had at 23 was incredible. Oh, you got me, but give me 5 minutes and watch this here. I did multiple shows in the night. It was easy. That's why when I became a stand-up, to do 4 shows in a night wasn't nothing for me, because I had been to 4, 5 shows. I was used to performing multiple times in the night. Anyway, a good thing my boyfriend called when he did, because things heated up quickly. I know I need to talk to my daughter about her bad behavior, but do I need to tell her about her husband's behavior too? Well, then hold on now. You're also going to have to tell her about your behavior, because you did mention some bad behavior of your own in here. You did think he was fine AF, and you did say if your boyfriend had not called, things was heating up really quickly, so you was entertaining the conversation and all of this here. So now you can talk to your daughter, but I think the whole family kind of a little bit tricky. And I think the 38-year-old know it. So please write us back after you have an affair with this boy that can't handle you. That's fitting to put it on you.
On today's
Fitting to
Strawberry
put
Letter.
it on you.
At Instagram at Steve Harvey FM, and please check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Coming up next, it is Junior with Sports Talk right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Time now for Sports Talk with Junior. Junior, what you got?
Okay, Shirley. First of all, we want to give a shout out to the Los Angeles Rams at their parade. It was very different. It was very different parade. Well, they was cussing and everything at their parade on the mic. Aaron Donald ain't got no shirt on. He out there just showing out. It's a very different parade. It's very different from baseball when they win. Everybody got the jersey on. They just waving. No, they out here showing out. It's California, man. So shout out to the Los Angeles
Fans was throwing
Rams.
them drinks on
Man,
the float.
everything. I said, what is all this? It's not a regular parade here. Also, Drake wrote a poem.
Early fall.
Yes.
Well, I'm asking you because Shirley know this. It's not even sports play. It's just poetry. That's all it said. Yeah, Drake wrote a poem to Odell Beckham, and I am now convinced that Drake listened to the show, and I want to say thank you, Drake, for letting me be an influence for you.
Oh, you influenced
You
Champagne
influenced
Poppy?
Drake.
What? Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I mean, listen to this. This is the poem. Y'all don't hear me in this?
You influenced Drake here.
Well, listen,
he's a rapper. He's a
Okay. Yeah, but listen to the poem though, Carla. This the poem. It says, "I wish I got my flowers when everything wasn't rosy. How am I supposed to smell them when everyone's being nosy? Pictures of me victorious they making with Adobe. Make me thankful that a trophy was never made me cozy. For now, I just want to feel something. After that, I want to heal something. And after that, I want to build something. But today, I just fulfill something." Did that not sound like me?
Yes,
No.
it did.
No.
Except for the end.
No.
Did that?
It did.
You ain't
that
never
not-
used Adobe. No.
But Rosie, come on, Rosie, Nosy,
And he was rhyming.
Cozy.
Yeah. Junior, you all day. Day.
That's my influence on Drake. It's kind of subpar because he is a rapper. I'm doing better than him.
Did he say?
It's really a damn shame that he got to put this on here. I mean, his vocabulary should be way more extended after 5 albums. I mean, you got Rosie, Nosy, Adobe, Cozy. I thought of all of that. So I just want Drake to know that, man, I appreciate you listening to the show. Get at me, dog.
Thank
we could
you.
collab on some. You know, maybe
Junior-
we'll be on the album.
Not a collabo.
Junior, I'm
Junior,
here
why he
for
didn't
it.
say?
I'm here
Why he
for
didn't
it.
say the end at the
That's
end?
where
Why
he messed
didn't-
up.
That's
That's because
what
he
I
don't
said.
know that part. That's the next level that I'm on that he ain't on. He don't know how to say the end. Because, see, everybody looking for another line. I figured it out for poetry. That's why. Thank you, Drake. Appreciate you, brother.
He's a songwriter,
Wow.
Junior.
Kill
I love
what?
it, Junior. I
Killed
love
that.
it, Junior.
Yeah.
You killed it.
Yeah, I killed that because I thought I'm influencing Drake. Do you know what level y'all gonna have to talk to me on now? It's gonna be hard to talk to me. Right.
I
When
knew
y'all
you were
ask for a
gonna be
poem now, you gotta
something.
come with a check now.
Yeah, I knew you were going to be something.
Drake
if
done
you
copy my
kept on.
flow. It's it.
Look at Steve.
Drake copied his flow.
Worst.
Look at Steve.
It's J-Rap and D-Rap in the building, baby. Here we go.
All right, coming up next, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. A woman barred from boarding a flight from Orlando to New York because she appeared drunk led police on a wild chase on her motorized, get this, her motorized suitcase before allegedly spitting at a cop and then defecating in a patrol car. This is awful. This is terrible.
Oh, this a lot. This a lot.
She's
No, no,
32
no.
years old. Huh?
Well, yeah, you can do that in a patrol car. I damn near did it probably 3 different times. 'Cause if
But
you
she
think
riding a suitcase,
Well,
dog.
if you think if you're going down here to get your ass whooped, you're going to probably defecate in the back seat of that car. That can happen. But go ahead with the story, Sheriff.
Her name is Chelsea Alston. She's 32. She's seen on a newly released body cam video at Orlando International Airport. This happened last year. She was rolling away from an airport police officer on her motorized suitcase. Like I said, the officer pursued her on his bike through the airport, and when he caught up to her, she spit on him twice. Once in the eye.
can't spit.
2 things
what
we
she-
need to know about this story.
But
Okay.
wait.
Number 1, is she white?
What's the white lady?
White.
Come on.
And
white.
then
She spit?
secondly, how small was she?
Because she
To
was
be
riding
on
the
a motorized
suitcase.
suitcase like
That's
the
why that
kids.
suitcase
Because I can
wasn't
tell you
going
right
fast
now,
enough.
because my aunt can't ride her suitcase. I can tell you that right now.
But listen to what she said to the officer after she spat in his eye. She flipped him off and then she yelled, blank you, F you, and suck my blank. That's
Oh, that's
what
white
she
privilege.
said.
That's white privilege. I know it.
That's
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
That's
Wow.
privilege all day.
Is she black or white, Shirley?
Come on. you
Oh,
know.
she.
Boy.
They say she's
Chelsea.
black.
Chelsea.
Are you-
She was black. Wow.
What?
She was black.
What?
Yeah.
What?
She don't know how
What?
much time she finna get it. She
Yeah.
black, she finna get some time.
Yeah.
What you in for? Suitcase ride?
See, that's some crackhead stuff right there. How you even know you can ride your suitcase?
I see kids do it all the time in the airport, but I've never seen an adult.
I can't believe
Oh my
Yeah, she a
God!
sister. I'm looking at her.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
She's a sister.
A black lady did this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. She's black.
Well, you know what?
He spit on somebody?
But yeah, in his eye, and
wanna go 10
defecated
miles.
in the police car.
You want a 10-mile-an-hour high-speed chase in the airport? That's what you do?
He was on a bike, Junior.
Yeah, she on something.
Yeah.
Uncle Steve, right?
She has to be.
She on something.
Brother, please no.
You know how they talking about him down at the precinct? He done got spit on and he had to clean his car out. You know how bad this is?
Ah.
Well, he handled it the right way.
Professionally.
Yes.
I'm
He
glad
knew
he
it was a-
God.
Yes.
She
You know,
did.
could have been worse.
Yeah, it could have.
Yeah.
Cause I,
What?
As an officer.
nothing.
You can't say
Nothing
it.
at all.
I ain't said nothing, Carl. I ain't said
did.
nothing.
No, you did.
But you go back there in the back of my car and do it. You go back there and do it and see what happens to you.
Yep.
Motorized suit.
Chelsea Alston, 32.
That's
Send me
sad.
her picture. I want to know her when I see her.
That's sad, though.
Yeah, it is. It's terrible.
Sad.
Well-
That's some issues.
Well, she ain't gonna be welcome to the family reunion. We're not having her. Come here and stank up.
Chelsea
You ain't just
can't
finna
come?
Just you ain't finna just
No.
defecate right here with grandmama sitting here. You ain't finna do that. No.
That's so disrespectful.
Yes, so disrespectful.
In the words of J. Anthony Brown, she gonna be, remember that time? She'll remember that time.
She'll remember that time.
I know you ain't just set up in here at this dining room table and sugar honey iced tea all over you, not on this seat. It's them the ones. Herbert, I told you to get all of the seats covered. Now look, come in here.
He got the come see.
Stupid ass gonna leave the plastic off the tootie with the arms on it because you didn't think nobody was gonna use the ones at the ends of the table. Now this heifer done set up here and sugar honey iced tea all over this damn table.
We'll be back at 20 minutes after with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Well, guys, this story is pretty alarming here. A beach in Sydney, Australia has been temporarily closed after people enjoying a nice day at the beach witnessed a 15-foot shark eat a swimmer. This is according to TMZ. Yeah, TMZ reported that the attack happened while people were fishing off the shoreline, and they heard the swimmer scream in terror and saw the entire attack unfold. There is a video of the aftermath with people still in shock over what they had seen. Police reported that when they arrived, human remains could still be seen in the water.
Damn.
So it begs the question, why do people still go into the ocean? Because this is really
I walk right
tragic.
on that edge where your feet get wet and I come right on back out. I get right there.
Yeah.
No, we ain't going there. Black people go ankle deep. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean,
Ankle
this
deep.
could have been prevented. This
15
15-foot shark, Steve.
Was he a
I'm,
diver?
well, I'm,
Some
I'm,
kind
you
of
don't have to worry about me. I'm not, it's not what I do. And I spend a lot of time on the ocean. A lot of time. A lot of my vacations are on the ocean.
But you're in
But
a yacht.
On it, not in it.
On
Big one.
the ocean. On.
Not
E-O-N.
in.
Not
Yeah.
I-N. That I, once you put that I in, your ass is
Different
in they world.
preposition.
Yeah, no.
You're in
it's
a
no.
yacht on the
Yeah,
ocean.
and I don't like that. I've been in the ocean where I've asked the captain how deep is the water right here. He says over 5 miles at this point. What I need in that for?
I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that.
Coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, we'll do a round of Would You Rather right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It is time now for Would You Rather. Would you rather play against Serena Williams in tennis or Tiger Woods in golf? Simple.
We ain't finna win now, one of them. But
Yeah, I ain't gonna win number one, but I'm gonna have a better conversation with Tiger.
Okay, so you'll go with Tiger.
Yeah, because we get to walk together and all this here. I'm gonna ask him a bunch of questions and stuff.
Like what?
I'm gonna embarrass myself out there because I show. But first of all, he tees off from the blacks, which means the furthest tees back there. I tee off from the whites, the closest ones. There's only one tee close, and that's the red. That's the ladies' tees. I like to tee off from the white. I don't even like playing from the blues.
about the only thing you do white. Yeah.
That's about it. But I'd
Black
rather
in the
play with
back.
Tiger because I'd have a more interesting
The
conversation.
black balls in the back, just like
I'm gonna
in
play with
life.
Serena. I'd rather look at Serena. I'm gonna.
You ain't gonna return a serve.
Well, you ain't gonna have
Now
time to
what?
look at it because she's gonna be whooping your ass.
I mean, quickly.
See, you
I
can
can't-
play with Tiger. You gonna get your ass kicked with Serena.
The
I
goat,
can't beat Serena's daughter, but I'm gonna have fun.
if she can play. She been put
Little
on video.
Olivia.
All right,
Tommy,
the serve,
Tommy, you're not gonna
135 pounds.
Tommy, you're not gonna get one ball back over the net.
No,
I believe
I'll
you.
turn a
I
serve.
believe.
It's gonna go by you so fast. When you gonna hit it, Serena?
But,
She already hit it.
but it's gonna look good on YouTube though.
All right, would you rather parasail over the Grand Canyon?
B.
Oh, really? Or would you rather ride in a race car with Bubba Watson during a competition? You
Oh,
sure
Bubba
you
can
still-
drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
B.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You don't want to be.
We're
on your
not
own
getting
the
over
Grand
on a
Canyon.
kite over the Grand Canyon.
You hear me?
I'm-
Just
Yeah.
rock.
I'm gonna fill that whole canyon up soon as they fly me
With-
over.
I could talk to Bubba. Slow down, man. What we doing here? We ain't gotta win this.
Right.
Bubba, quit rolling up on these people like this. No, I'd rather be with Bubba in that car. You can believe that. I'm not parasailing over no damn canyon.
Okay.
This no way.
Mm-hmm.
You think they had a problem with that black girl in that police car? Everybody down in that canyon. I got something for everybody down in that canyon. What is these wet rocks?
Too much. Too far.
Is this acid rain?
Reel it in.
Acid rain all of a sudden.
All right. I think we have time for one last quick one. Would you rather eat pureed chitterling soup, or opossum stew?
Give me that chitlin soup.
Chitlin
Put some
soup
pepper,
or possum
Put some
stew?
pepper on that chitlin soup. I'm
Some
good.
hot sauce, you be all right.
Yeah, I get that.
I've had both.
All right. Thank you. That's today's edition of Would You Rather. Coming up at 49 minutes after the hour, closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, here we are, our last break of the day, our last break of the week. It's been a great week. We had Usher earlier in the week, and today we had Tyler Perry, and we want to say thank you to Tyler Perry. He was our special guest. Don't forget Madea Homecoming, Friday, February 25th on Netflix.
We'll be watching Madea.
Yes, we will. Thank you so much,
Tyler.
Tyler.
This gonna be crazy. I know Tyler.
It's
know it
all
is.
the chain. You know it.
No, it is. What an inspiration Tyler is. I mean, wow,
Yeah,
he does
Tyler Perry.
everything.
He's an interesting brother, man. You know, that kind of leads me to my closing, because as interesting as people are, as inspirational as other people can be for you, and always use these people as inspiration. Don't use them as jealousy and envy and all of that. Just be proud that you see somebody when they're accomplishing something. That just really annoys me when I see people who suffer from the trolls and the hatred out there because they're doing something and doing well. But Bishop Jakes said it in a sermon one time. They talk about you because you're winning. That's when they talking about you. They talk about you when you about something, when you doing something. If you don't want nobody to talk about you, just stop trying. Go over there and sit down somewhere. You can end it right there. But in watching people and using them as inspiration, also remember that's not your story. What Tyler has is for Tyler. That's not your story, Steve Harvey. That's not your story. What happened to Michael Jordan? That's not your story, Steve Harvey. That's not your story. I'm talking to everybody out there. Don't look at somebody else's life and try to pluck them out and plant yourself into their equation, because first of all, it's impossible to happen. You will never, ever take the exact same path of anybody. The arrival that we all reach our destination has never been done exactly that way before. Oh, you may have similar circumstances. You may have similar outcomes. You may have similar stories to tell. But the journey is yours. Your story is yours. Understand that. And you can find contentment in understanding that your story is uniquely yours. It's okay. Man, I wish I had Tyler Perry's money. You're not willing to do what Tyler Perry did. You're just not. You may not even be capable of doing what Tyler did. So what do you keep talking about that for? Know that God is the architect and author of your story if you allow him to be. And God has a great story for you. God has a plan to honor you and prosper you. He has a plan for that. But you got to lend yourself to his plan. And what I've had to learn most of late, I wish I had known this earlier in my life, but I thank God I got it now. When I ask God for something, I always now incorporate that if it's in his will and if it's in his timing, that releases a lot of pressure, man. because of everything I ask for God to bless it, but I want to make sure that it's in line with his will, and I get out of the way and allow for it to happen in his timing. The Bible says, be anxious for nothing. And that's a hard one to learn, man. For me, for everybody I know, be anxious for nothing. So what that tells me is, don't sit up and press, and then want, and then look up and it ain't happening. And now you thinking because it's delayed, it's denied. That's not the case. It just wasn't in the timing. You've got to be open to God's will and his timing. I'm telling y'all, man, put some relaxation in your life a little bit. Most people got high blood pressure, dying from hypertension and all this here, man, because they got some pressure on themselves that their body not built for. You not built for tomorrow. You are built for today. The Lord's Prayer clearly says, give us this day our daily bread. He's talking to all of us. You're not built to overly concern yourself with tomorrow. If you put in all the work that you're supposed to put into today, the decisions you make in today will affect your tomorrow. But your tomorrow is not for you to worry about because you don't know what tomorrow gonna bring. So you've got to open up yourself to his will and his timing. I know I keep saying the same thing, but I'm trying to get you to understand it because it took me so long to get it. I wish I had gotten that aspect of it, man. It released so much pressure off me when I started to understand simply the fact that because it's delayed doesn't mean it's denied. God has a plan for you, man, but you got to line yourself up to his timing. I ain't never seen God come right when I wanted him to come because I want it right now. I want it now. But guess what? I ain't never seen him be too late. It's like a magic trick. It's crazy. You hear old people say it all the time. He may not come when you want him, but he's right on time. He ain't ever been late. That's why I had to learn to open up all my prayers to his will and his timing. It makes just releases a lot of pressure. Just try it, y'all. From now on, when you pray, ask God after you pray and give me the strength and wisdom to understand what is your will in my life, and let me have the patience and the understanding for your timing. Those are my closing remarks. Have a great day, y'all. Talk to God. He'd love to hear from you.
Oh. Powerful, powerful. I love that. For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.